Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this video, we are going to study the superposition theorem to find out the voltage across any resistance given in the circuit. In the last class, we have seen the statement of the superposition theorem along with steps of solving the network by superposition theorem when we want to find out the current through any resistance in the given circuit. And we have solved the problem related to it. So if you want to see that video, you can check it in the description box below, or you can go to the channel playlist. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. Superposition theorem basically used in the circuit where two or more sources are present in the same circuit. So whenever two or more voltage sources or current sources are present in the same circuit, and if we want to find out the voltage or current in the resistance, then we have to use the superposition theorem. So in this class, we are going to discuss the steps of solving the network using superposition theorem when we want to find out the voltage across any resistance in the given circuit. Okay, so first step, when two or more sources are acting, then we have to first take only one independent source of voltage or current at a time and deactivate other current or voltage sources. So to deactivate, the voltage source is replaced by short circuit or its internal resistance if it is given, and the current source is replaced by open circuit or its internal resistance if it is given. When we consider only one source at a time, then considering that source, we have to find out the voltage across that resistance. So the next step is find the voltage across the resistance considering each source individually. So we have to consider each source present in the network individually, and we have to find out the voltage across that particular resistance considering each source individually. After finding the voltage across the resistance, what we have to do, the net voltage across the resistance will be equal to the algebraic sum of all the individual voltages across it. Means the total voltage or net voltage across that particular resistance will be equal to algebraic sum of all the voltages which we have found out considering each source individually. Algebraic sum means we have to consider the positive and negative signs of the voltages which we have found out. Okay, so to understand these steps, let us solve one problem. The question is determine the voltage VL across 1 ohm resistance using superposition theorem. So we have to find out the voltage across this 1 ohm resistance VL by superposition theorem. Here we can see that three sources are acting, two current sources and one voltage source. In first case, we consider only 2 volt source. So let the net voltage across 1 ohm resistance is VL, and in the first case we are considering only 2 volt source is acting alone. So other current sources will be deactivated, means they are replaced by open circuit like this. Now the circuit will look like this. Now we can see that this 1 ohm resistance and this 1 ohm resistance are in series with each other. So we can add them to get the equivalent resistance of 2 ohm. Okay. So when 2 volt source is acting, let the voltage across 1 ohm resistance is V1. Now when we add this 1 ohm and 1 ohm resistance, the circuit will look like this. Now here we can see that this 2 ohm and this 2 ohm are parallel with each other. So the parallel combination will be 2 into 2 divided by 2 plus 2, we will get 1 ohm. So the equivalent resistance of this parallel combination is 1 ohm. Now the circuit will look like this. We have to find out the voltage across this 1 ohm resistance when 2 volt source is acting, that is V1. So by voltage divider rule we can find out this voltage. V1 is equal to total voltage into that resistance, that is 1 ohm, divided by total resistance 1 plus 1. From here we get 2 by 2 is equal to 1 volt. So V1 is equal to 1 volt when 2 volt source is acting. Let this be equation number 1. In second case, we consider only 5 ampere current source and we deactivate other sources. 2 volt source is replaced by short circuit and 5.33 ampere current source is replaced by open circuit like this. Okay. Now let us assume the voltage across 1 ohm resistance is V2 when only 5 ampere current source is acting. So we have to keep in mind this polarity of the voltage. The polarity of all the voltage should be same as the original voltage which we have to find out, that is VL. Okay. Now let us assume that this node is node number 1 and this node is node number 2. So between these two nodes 2 ohm resistance is connected. So this node is also node number 2 because between these nodes no drop is there. Again this node is node number 2, again this node is also node number 2. So we can connect this 2 ohm resistance between this node number 1 and 2 parallel to this 1 ohm resistance like this. Okay, now the circuit will look like this. Now we can shift this 1 ohm resistance here like this. Now we can use the source transformation to convert this current source into voltage source. We know that the current source with a parallel resistance can be converted into a voltage source with a series resistance. So the voltage of the voltage source is given by V is equal to I into R. This I is the current of the current source, that is 5 ampere, and R is the parallel resistance present, that is 1 ohm. So we will get 5 volt source here with series resistance of 1 ohm. Now when we convert the current source into voltage source, we have to keep in mind the arrow present in the symbol of this current source. This arrow head is pointing downwards. That means the plus sign of the voltage source will be downward and the minus sign will be opposite to this plus sign. Okay. So this type of current source is converted into this type of voltage source. The circuit will look like this. Minus will be upward and plus will be downward. Now we have to find out the voltage across this 1 ohm resistance, that is V2. And since this 1 ohm is in parallel with this 2 ohm, so the voltage V2 will come across this 2 ohm resistance also. So when we solve this parallel combination of 1 ohm and 2 ohm, this voltage V2 will again come across the equivalent resistance of this parallel combination also. And here we can see that this 1 ohm and this 1 ohm are in series with each other, so we can add these resistances. We get 2 ohm, and when we solve the parallel combination, we get 1 into 2 divided by 1 plus 2 is equal to 2 by 3 ohm. So here we are getting 2 by 3 ohm. We have to find out the voltage across this 2 by 3 ohm resistance, that is V2. By voltage divider rule we can find out this V2. V2 will be equal to total voltage, that is 5 volt. Now we can see that the polarity of this 5 volt is opposite to that of this V2 voltage. So here we take minus of 5 volt into that resistance, means 2 by 3 divided by total resistance, means 2 by 3 plus 2 ohm. When we solve this, we get minus of 10 by 3 divided by 8 by 3. Okay, so V2 will be equal to minus of 5 by 4 volt we are getting. When we solve this, we get minus of 1.25 volt. Let this be equation number 2. Now we got the voltage across 1 ohm resistance considering 5 ampere current source. In the third case, we consider 5.33 ampere source alone and we deactivate other sources. This 5 ampere is replaced by open circuit. This 2 volt is replaced by short circuit like this. So when the 5.33 ampere current source is acting alone, let the voltage across 1 ohm resistance is P3. We have to keep in mind the polarity of this voltage. It should be same as the voltage which we have to find out, that is VL. Now let this be node number 1 and let this be node number 2. This is also node number 2 because no drop is there between these nodes. This is also node number 2 because no drop is there. So that means this 2 ohm resistance is connected between this node number 1 and 2 can be shifted between this node number 1 and 2 parallel to this 1 ohm resistance like this. Okay. Now here we can see that this 5.33 ampere current source is parallel with this 1 ohm resistance. So by source transformation we can convert this current source with parallel resistance to voltage source with series resistance. So the voltage of the voltage source will be equal to current of the current source into parallel resistance. Here current is 5.33 ampere and parallel resistance is 1 ohm. So we get 5.33 volt voltage source. Here we can see that the current source as arrowhead like this. So we always write plus sign for the voltage source in the side of this arrowhead and minus sign will be opposite to that. So this type of current source will be converted by this type of voltage source, okay, with series resistance of 1 ohm. So now we have converted the current source into voltage source like this. We have to find out the voltage across this 1 ohm resistance, that is V3. Since 2 ohm resistance is in parallel with 1 ohm resistance, so this V3 will come across this 2 ohm resistance also. Now when we solve the parallel combination of this 1 ohm and 2 ohm, this V3 will again come across the equivalent resistance of this 1 ohm and 2 ohm also. So this 1 ohm and this 1 ohm are in series with each other. Now the circuit will look like this. So when we solve this parallel combination, again the circuit will look like this. We get 2 by 3 ohm here. Now we have to find out the V3 across this 2 by 3 ohm. By voltage divider rule we can find out this V3. V3 is equal to total voltage, that is 5.33 volt into that resistance means 2 by 3 divided by total resistance means 2 by 3 plus 2 ohm. From here we get 10.66 divided by 3 divided by 8 by 3. This 3 and this 3 get cancelled out and we get 10.66 divided by 8. So when we solve this we get V3 is equal to 1.3325 volt. So this is the voltage across 1 ohm resistance when we have considered the 5.33 ampere current source alone. Let this be equation number 3. Now by superposition theorem, the net voltage across this 1 ohm resistance will be the algebraic sum of all the voltages considering all the sources individually. Okay. By adding equation number 1, 2 and 3, we can get the voltage across this 1 ohm resistance. So net voltage across this 1 ohm resistance is VL is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. V1 is equal to 1 volt, V2 is equal to minus 1.25 plus V3 is equal to 1.3325. When we add this we get VL is equal to 1.0825 volt. So this is the net voltage across 1 ohm resistance by superposition theorem. In the next class we are going to apply the superposition theorem in the circuit having dependent sources. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.